power is out in my Airbnb. Hey you guys, it's Thomasina. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time watching my travel vlogs, I do apologize for the state of my appearance. I don't normally look this crusty, but it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm just waking up and have no intentions of leaving my bed anytime soon, so this is what you get. But anyways, if you watched my last vlog, you know that I just got back from a 3-day desert camp tour, which is like a 9 to 11 hour drive depending on what the weather conditions are looking like. So if you have not watched that vlog, highly recommend you watch that one and then return to this one. But anyways, I got back late last night and I was so exhausted. I was feeling so exhausted. I actually had another 10-hour day tour booked for today. I ended up canceling it late last night because I'm like, there's no way I can do another 10-hour full tour day and not just lose my mind. I already knew, like, I felt my energy level going down. By the end of the tour yesterday, people were trying to like talk to me and make conversation, and I was still like just so out of it. I just wanted to go to sleep. So I knew that I could not do another full day tour today. So I did cancel it last night, and I don't really feel bad about it because everything, or most of the things that we were going to be doing on the tour today, I had already done with the 3-day desert camp tour. I had already gone to the Atlas Mountains, didn't want to do that again because it was freezing up there. I had already done the camel ride in the desert, didn't want to do that again. I had already walked through the Berber villages, met Berber families. I had already experienced all of that, and all of that was going to be included in today's tour. When I booked the desert camp tour and the waterfall tour, which is the tour that I was going to do today, I didn't realize that a lot of the things I would be doing twice, and I didn't realize that until yesterday, and at that point it was too late to get a full refund, so I just canceled it. They took all my money. That's fine. That's how you know. You guys know, if you know my channel, you know I'm cheap. So if I'm willing to lose out on money, that's how you know I am like truly exhausted and willing to lose that money. Like, that's how tired I am. So the only thing that I really wanted to see on today's tour were the waterfalls. For me, it just wasn't worth it to sit through a 10-hour tour day just to see waterfalls for like 30 seconds. So yeah, I ended up canceling it. Do I feel bad about it? Absolutely not, because sleeping in this morning felt so great. I've literally been waking up at like 6 a.m. every day since I've been here, and that is exhausting. You're waking up at 6 a.m. and going until like 8 p.m. for 7 days straight. That is truly exhausting. And the thing about me, I am a planner. Every trip that I've taken, I plan my itinerary from day one to me leaving and going back to the US, and I jam pack it with things to do to make sure that I'm seeing everything that I want to see and experiencing everything that I want to experience in that country. I don't know, for a lot of people a vacation is supposed to be like a break from their everyday life, but for me, my vacations are work. Like, we're doing a lot. I'm packing the itinerary with things to do, like there are no breaks. But for this one, I don't think I've ever done like a 7-day stint of no breaks, so it really hit me heavy. Yesterday when we got back from the desert, I was just so exhausted, and I was like, I need to take a day to do nothing. So that's what I'm doing today. I literally slept in until like 12 p.m. I feel fantastic. It is about 50 degrees outside and it's raining. If you guys know me, I don't do cold and I don't do rain, and honestly I did not pack for 50-degree weather because when I checked the weather before building my itinerary, it was like 65 and up. And I'm like, okay, I could do 65 and up. I can tolerate 65 and up. 50 and rain, I can't tolerate that. So to me, it's a no-brainer to spend the day inside doing whatever I want to be doing. A lot of you are probably thinking, girl, you're in Morocco, you're wasting a day. A little bit of cold and a little bit of rain won't hurt you. It won't kill you. It very well may kill me. Like, when we did the desert camp, it was like 39 degrees in the desert camp and I almost died. So for me, I feel like if I can't enjoy my experience, it's not worth doing. Like, I don't want to be outside in the rain. And a lot of the activities that I have on my itinerary are outdoor activities. Now, I could go to a museum where that's indoors. I could take a taxi to a museum. But the thing is, I wasn't really interested in any of the museums that I had on my list. So to me, it is more worth it to just chill out in bed. I'm not mad at it. I'm very happy. I'm taking a nap in Morocco. For the 3-day desert camp tour that I booked, at the end of the tour, when we got back to Marrakech, we were all supposed to just be dropped off in the square, but our driver was nice enough to drop everyone off at their respective hotels if your hotel or riad was in the Medina. My hostel was in the Medina, which is where I was originally supposed to be staying when I booked this tour, but because I moved to an Airbnb that is maybe like 10 minutes outside of the Medina, he could not, or he did not want to drive all the way here. I believe it's pronounced Geliz. Geliz is where I'm staying. I don't really know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's like 10 minutes outside the Medina. The driver did not want to drive 10 minutes outside the Medina because it was crazy traffic last night. Like, I'm thinking it is rush hour traffic like on a weekday, but no, this is a Saturday night. So much traffic, so many people outside. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, this is crazy. But anyways, he dropped other people off at their respective riads or hotels, but he dropped me off at like a random gas station in the Medina, and I was about 30 minutes walking from my Airbnb, so I could have walked the 30 minutes or called a taxi and drove like maybe like between 5 and 10 minutes depending on traffic. But it was so crowded in the Medina, and like most if not all of the taxis were occupied. And it was insane. It was so overwhelming, and I didn't want to like vlog or anything because I needed to be super vigilant. But with that being said, you guys, I felt more safe in the hustle and bustle of the Medina of Morocco than I would feel in like the hustle and bustle of Times Square, for example, because the Medina was just as busy last night as Times Square is like every night. Like, it was so crowded, people were moving so fast, like there was so much happening, and yet I still felt safe. Nobody was bothering me, nobody was asking me questions, nobody was catcalling me. Like, everybody was just minding their business, and I was free to walk. And it was dark out. It was probably like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I felt so safe. Like, at one point I was gonna FaceTime my mom or FaceTime my friend, because normally that's what I do if I'm like walking alone at night as a woman and feel unsafe. I'll just FaceTime somebody. I didn't even feel the need to do that. Like, I felt so safe. Nobody was bothering me. So for all my solo travelers out there, especially my women, from my experience being here the 7 days thus far, I have felt really, really safe. And I even mentioned in my previous vlogs that I have given drivers my phone, which is not a smart thing to do because they could take your phone and just drive you wherever. But that's how safe I felt here, to just give my phone to a driver and let them drive to wherever the destination is on the GPS. Because of that language barrier, I can't tell them where I want to go, so instead I just show them on the GPS, and they often use my phone to like guide them of where I want to go. But that is not a safe practice by any means, and that is not me recommending you to do that if you are traveling somewhere solo, but that is an example of me doing something that shows like how safe I feel in Morocco, or at least in Marrakech. All right, you guys, so the power is out in my Airbnb, so I texted the host to see what I need to do, and he said that there's a button in here I need to press. So let's see. Oh, there we go.
1 hour later.
All right, you guys, so the power has gone out at least 5 or 6 more times since, and it just went off again. Okay, so it's gone off multiple times since I last recorded, so I texted the host to see what was going on, and he told me to try unplugging the microwave, so that's what I'm gonna do, but I need to figure out where it's even plugged up at. Alright guys, so I finally found enough strength to actually get out of bed. It is going on 3:30 p.m., so I've pretty much wasted the entire day in bed, and I feel great about it. It is still raining, and it is still It's about 57 degrees, so it is getting a little bit warmer, but it's just not the right weather to go check out the garden. So I'm gonna try to squeeze that into another day. But right now, I have a Starbucks $10 coupon. I don't drink coffee or anything, so I'm gonna see if they will take the coupon here. And maybe I could find like a little snack or something because I'm gonna be going to dinner in like the next 3 hours. So I don't wanna eat like a full course meal and then not have enough room for dinner. So I'm gonna go try to find toothpaste, see if Starbucks will take my gift card because it's virtual, so they should take it. But honestly, I don't know how things work here as far as coupons, and just chill out until dinner. That's my Sunday. It's been a pretty chill Sunday. So I went out, I faced the rain, I faced the cold, I faced the wind. It is freezing outside and all I have is a light jacket. So I put on like this thermal and then this shirt. I tried to layer up as much as I could, but I really don't have much. I did not pack for cold weather. I went to Starbucks. I found a mall, walked through the mall a little bit, did a little bit of window shopping. They actually have some really good deals in there, and I'm kind of mad I overpacked because I don't even have any room to go shopping. So pro tip, if you come to Morocco, don't overpack because you need room to bring stuff back home. But yeah, they had like really cute heels for like $30, $25. Like if I had more space in my suitcase, I definitely would have done some damage. The rain doesn't seem like it's gonna stop anytime soon. I had plans to go to dinner around 8, but I'm gonna see what the weather is looking like because honestly, if I'm not hungry by then, I'm just gonna stay in the warmth of my Airbnb. But if it stops raining, then I'll go. I'll have a light dinner. I brought my dessert back, so I'm about to munch on that and watch Outer Banks because it just released a few days ago, the season 3, I think. And honestly, unpopular opinion, I feel like Outer Banks is not that great. Like the kids on the show are so stupid. Like, why are y'all even making y'all lives as complicated as you guys are making them? For some reason, I just can't stop watching. So it is not the greatest show, but for some reason I just can't stop watching. So I'm about to chill out, do that, and just really take it easy today. I texted the photographer that I'm shooting with for tomorrow, and we decided that we're gonna meet at 11. Well, he's gonna come pick me up and then we're gonna drive to the location because it's a little bit outside of Marrakech. And hopefully the weather is not as bad. I think it's gonna be a high of like 66 or 68 tomorrow, so that should be much better. Hey guys, happy Monday. It has been so hard to find like decent lighting in this Airbnb, so I am kind of halfway outside right now. This person's like watching me through the curtain. Very, very awkward. But I basically had to do my makeup in the dark today, so I feel like it looks fine in the camera, but I don't know what it's gonna look like once I get into direct sunlight. But I am shooting today. The photographer is gonna come pick me up from my Airbnb at 11, so I've got about an hour before it's time to go. I'm really excited, but it is still very cold outside, at least for me. I think it's like a high of 50 right now, which is very, very cold. So I'm hoping that by the time we actually get to the shoot location, the sun will be at its highest point and I can tolerate like a 65 degrees. I think it's gonna be like a high of 65 today, so I'm hoping it gets to that point by the time we get to the location, but we'll see. Pray for me, guys. I feel like models should be able to shoot, or models are expected to shoot in like any kind of weather condition. I'm a human, and sometimes it's so hard for me to push through being really cold. If it's really hot, that's fine. All I need is like something to blot the sweat because I sweat a lot, but if it's cold, it's very hard for me to kind of push past that, so I'm hoping it warms up a little bit just for my sake. But I know you guys are always like, this girl must not believe in lotion because her hands are always ashy AF every time she gets in front of the camera. I just need like a lotion bottle on standby every time I pick up my camera because my hands are always ashy, and it is so embarrassing when I go back and edit the footage and I'm like, there she goes again with those ashy hands. When you stand directly in the sunlight, it doesn't feel like it's 50 degrees outside. So I'm hoping, we had to change the location because the other location is booked for the day. So I'm hoping the new location has a lot of direct sunlight so that I am not freezing my behind off. Hey. I don't know what he said, but we finished the shoot and I'm heading back to my Airbnb, going to go get some food because I'm starving. I did not have breakfast. Oh, here it is. That's where I'm gonna have dinner tonight. Okay. Just got back from lunch. I think the guy gave me less change back, but the language barrier was a little strong there and I didn't want to pick a fight because I did pick a fight with a guy at another restaurant and he seemed so sad afterwards and I was like, is this too American of me? Like, do people in Morocco like not, I don't want to say argue, like I wasn't arguing with him, but basically what happened is in America, if you order something and you don't like it, you can send it back and get something else and they won't charge you for it. And so that's like normalized in America. So when I went to a restaurant here, I asked for a dessert and I asked him if it had caramel in it. And he said, no, there's no caramel in it. And I didn't think he understood what I was saying. So I kept asking him like, you know, is there caramel in here? I can't eat caramel. And he's like, no, no. So he takes the dessert and he breaks it with a fork so that I can see the inside of it. And he's like, see, look, there's no caramel. Now to me, the inside did look like caramel, but he had already broke it. So I was like, all right, let me try it. So I take it back to my table and I try it and it is 100% caramel. So I give it back to him and I say like, hey, this has caramel in it. I can't eat it. Like, can I pick something else? I pick out another dessert expecting that he's gonna take that other one off the bill because he's the one who broke it and he's the one who told me there was no caramel after I asked him multiple times. So I get my new dessert, love it, I eat the whole thing, and then he brings me the bill and it has the two desserts on it. And I was like, can you take this dessert off because I didn't eat it? And he's like, well, I already broke it for you, so like somebody has to pay for it. Granted, this is not in English. This is like us trying to communicate to one another, me talking in English and him speaking French. But finally, I'm like, no, I didn't eat it. You told me it didn't have caramel and it did, so like I don't want to pay for it. And so finally he was like, okay, I will pay for it myself since I was the one who broke it. Because basically someone has to pay for it, so I think it would come out of his check anyway. So I give him my money, but he still doesn't give me the right amount of change back. So I think he like tipped himself, like without me like telling him how much I wanted to tip him, which I was gonna tip him anyway, but he basically didn't give me all my change back. So I made him give me my correct change back and then I gave him the tip. But all that back and forth, that would be normal in America, but I was wondering if that was normal here because he seemed really distraught when I asked him to take it off the bill as if that wasn't like a normal thing. So I could have been completely out of line. That could have been really disrespectful. And that may not be a thing here in Morocco. So just be cognizant. If you order something, like, you better eat it because they don't have stuff to waste here. Like, I feel like as an American, we are just like naturally very wasteful beings. And so my American was showing in that situation, definitely. Hopefully no Americans are watching this and getting offended because people get offended about any little thing, but that was just my experience here. And then today when I went to lunch, I think he shorted me change, but I didn't want to have that back and forth again, so I was just like, whatever. If he did, he could use that as a tip. So yeah. But anyways, I have a little meeting that I have to set up for. I'm probably just gonna take it here because this lighting is actually really good. And I'm mad because I could have just been filming here this entire time. So my meeting is at 4. Okay, so Bahia Place closes at 5. My meeting is at 4, so I'm not gonna make it to Bahia Place. And then Jardin Majorelle. Oh, I have another meeting at 6. Okay, so yeah, pretty much the rest of my day are gonna be like meetings slash interview stuff. And then I'm gonna go to dinner, which is like right up the street, so I can walk there. I'm probably gonna wear this same outfit because it's cute or whatever, but I feel like, oh no, I'm wearing the all white outfit. Okay, yeah, I can wear that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna wear this to dinner, so I don't really have much to do, so I'm just gonna spend the next few hours doing some miscellaneous tasks. Then I'm gonna go to dinner. Tomorrow I have a cooking class, which I'm really excited about. The traditional dish here is tagine, and I've been eating vegetarian tagine. I did have shrimp tagine twice. the same place. So I figured why not learn how to make it, because when I'm in New York, I really don't cook much. I'm mostly going out to eat. And so I thought it would be really cool to have a native person teach me the traditional dish of the country. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow morning, and she will be able to tailor it to like my dietary restrictions. So I'm probably gonna make either a fish tagine or a vegetarian tagine, so we'll see. And then she's got a couple of like Moroccan desserts and salads that we're gonna learn how to make also. Before I start the class, it's right in the Medina. We're meeting in the Medina, so I'm gonna try to pick up a few trinkets for like my mom, my dad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Whenever I travel, I only get things for my mom and my dad, because everyone else, I feel like they don't care. I don't know. I hope not. But my parents are definitely my main people that I get little trinkets for. So I'm gonna try to do that before the cooking class, and then try to squeeze in Badi Palace and Jardin Majorelle both tomorrow. Bahia Place is right by where I'll be taking the cooking class, so hopefully, well, I know I'll just walk there, and then hopefully I'll still have enough time to make it to Jardin Majorelle, and I will be satisfied with this trip. I will have experienced everything that I wanted to experience except for the waterfall. It's kind of sad about the waterfall, but I feel like I did so much other stuff that it kind of compensates for that, so I'm still happy. I'm still satisfied. This boy be in my DM say I'm pretty. This boy be in my DM say I'm pretty. I have been getting a lot of work requests since I've been here these last 2 weeks, and so when I get back to New York, it is gonna be like, I already know it's gonna be so much. I have to edit all this content, and it is so much content. I was recording for both YouTube and TikTok, so there is a lot to kind of like separate and organize and stuff. And then I've probably got some self-tapes that I gotta knock out, some castings. I've already got like 2 bookings as soon as I get back to New York, so it is a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be overwhelmed, but it'll be so nice to be back home and in my own space and getting back into routine and eating healthy, because I've been eating trash here. I've barely been drinking water just because I'm not used to paying for so much water. So I've been kind of like, I've been being stingy to my body with the amount of water that I'm drinking. I haven't been eating right. Like, I've been eating a lot of starch, not a lot of vegetables, despite me eating a lot of vegetable tagine. Haven't been working out. I've been trying to walk a little bit more, and I've only been eating like 1 meal, maybe 2 meals a day. So I think that is like offsetting my weight gain, but I'm just excited to get back to like a healthier routine, like my healthy set routine. I'm not excited about the weather though. I feel like it was snowing yesterday, and ain't nobody got time for that. In New York, you better get it together real quick before I get back, because I do not have time. The light has left the building, you guys. Literally, there's no good light in here. It's like I'm living in a dungeon. Okay, this is a little better, but I'm so freaking shiny. I'm about to go powder my face a little bit and then head to dinner, because I am so freaking hungry, and it's only like 6:30 right now. I'm kind of sad because the photographer that I shot with today, Lawson, asked me to get drinks before dinner tonight. Your girl's hungry, so I cannot. I told him he can meet me for dinner, like he's welcome to join me for dinner, but I don't think he really wants to go to the restaurant that I'm going to. He was honestly great. I'm so glad we got to shoot while being here. There were actually quite a few photographers that wanted to shoot with me while I was here, but my schedule was so tight that it was going to be hard to fit all those shoots into my trip at any point. So I'm glad Lassen and I got to shoot, and we shot like 5 looks, so I'm satisfied with that. And he's literally already editing them. Like, he's sending me examples of photos as we speak. So he was right on it. But my face is literally melting off the longer that I stand here. So I'm gonna go blot all of this off and then head to dinner. So I forgot to make a reservation and ended up having to eat outside. So I put socks on with my sandals because it is too cold. I know they was looking at me like, this girl, like, not matching at all. Look at my shirt, blue, socks, purple, just a hot mess. Let me go ahead and pay that bill. Hey guys. I used to wear these all the freaking time. I would do it like a low bun. I would do a little top knot. Like, this was my style. It just gives me that the slick back, the snatched eyes, that cat eye, and it kind of makes me feel like I have hair. Because when I did have hair, I used to do like a slick back bun a lot, and this just makes me reminisce the days I had hair. I just got back from dinner. It was really good. I pigged out. I literally ordered 2 appetizers and an entree, and I was gonna go for dessert too, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save it for tomorrow, my last hurrah, my last shebang. And honestly, I don't think I could have fit a dessert in my belly tonight because I stuffed my face. Just a little side note. So I had plans to go to the club on Saturday night when I got back from the desert camp, but I was honestly so tired, so I was just like, scratch that idea. So I thought that was like my only opportunity to go. Turns out they be clubbing every day of the week, like 7 days out of the week. There is no just weekend partying, like they party every day. So my photographer today was like, oh yeah, you can go to the club any day of the week, and tomorrow is ladies night, so like if you want to go, you should definitely go. Unfortunately, he won't be here because he's going to Casablanca tomorrow afternoon, but if I'm feeling up to it, I may go to the club. Knowing me, I probably won't because I'm gonna be too tired, but it's nice to have the thought, you know, it's nice to think that I'll do something like that. But just a little pro tip, if you come to Morocco and you want to go to the club, you can pretty much go any day of the week. I don't know which day is the most poppin', but they have something every day of the week. Happy Tuesday. I set my alarm for 6:45 this morning, literally snoozed it like 5 times and ended up waking up officially at 8. The plan was to wake up early and go into the Medina to go do some shopping at the souks. What are they called, souks? I don't know, but the plan was to wake up early, go into the Medina an hour before my cooking class starts, and shop around for some trinkets because I didn't think that I would have time at the end of the day, but I couldn't bring myself to get out of bed. I was so tired. I still am really, really tired. I think the time difference is finally catching up to me. So yeah, I woke up around 8. I'm dressed, ready to go. I'm about to head out and call a taxi to take me to the meeting place for the cooking class. So we're meeting at like a central location in the Medina. I think we're meeting at a pharmacy. And then we may go pick up some groceries and then head to the home of the person who is teaching us how to cook, the owner, the home of the operator of this class. And then we're gonna start the class. And then after that, I think I'm going to rush to go see Badi Palace. And then I'm gonna rush to the YSL Garden. And then I'm gonna rush back because I have a casting that I have to sit for. So it's gonna be a really, really long day. And I'm hoping that because when I landed, it was around 8 p.m. in Morocco. So I'm hoping that by the time I finish my casting, I can head back into the Medina and shop around for some things before they start to close up shop. I know I look crazy right now because it is so cold out here and I'm just trying to be warm, not cute. But I showed up to the location a little bit earlier because I thought I was going to be closer to all the souks and stuff. Turns out I am not. So I am just standing in this little patch of sun until 10 a.m. because I got the times confused. I thought we were supposed to be meeting at 9:30, but I texted the tour operator and was like, hey, are you here? I don't see anyone. And she's like, yes, I'm in the area, but we're not supposed to be meeting until 10. And I'm like, oh my God. Not only could I have slept in more, I didn't have to be outside in the cold for this long. So whatever, I'm just chilling out here with my cat friend here. At first I thought he was obsessed with me, but then I just realized this is like the only patch of sun in this entire area, so we're both just trying to stay warm. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill out here for the next 30 minutes. She says she's gonna try to rush and like get there a little bit earlier, but I'm like, Don't even worry about it. I'll see you at 10. I don't know if I'm the only person who booked this class because we did have to reschedule. She had a family emergency, so instead of doing it on Tuesday, which is when I think I would have done it, I'm doing it the following Tuesday. So hopefully I'm not the only one there, but if I am, we'll make the best of it. I'm like kind of socially awkward sometimes. That's the only reason why I like having other people there as like a buffer. But if not, it'll still be fine. She seems like a really sweet lady and literally has 100% 5-star reviews and over like 400 reviews. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an amazing experience. The chef started by showing us how natives select and buy their meats from the local stands. Then we picked up all the vegetables we would need for the tagines, and she showed us what they used to weigh the vegetables for pricing. She then brought us to her home, which was absolutely beautiful. We sat for tea and cookies before jumping right into preparing our meals. Out of about 18 people, of course, I was the only one in the group that didn't eat meat, so we made chicken, beef, and vegetarian options for everyone to try. By far the best food I've had during this whole trip, and of course the vegetarian tagine was a fan favorite. So I finished the cooking class and went, this is the worst time to start recording, it's so loud over here. But anyways, I'm going to rush through Jardin Majorelle because I have about an hour before I have to get back home and get ready for my casting. It's a virtual casting, so I've pretty much been rushing throughout the whole day to make sure I make it back in time for that. I booked my ticket for 3. It's now almost 4 o'clock, so I hope that they still let me in. Fingers crossed. So another pro tip, definitely come at your designated time and try not to be late because the line can get pretty long. And I am about 40 minutes late from my tour, so they are making me just stand on the side for a few minutes until I can be let in. So definitely come on time. I asked someone to take my pictures and this whole crowd came around her and they were like applauding me. They were like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. A very awkward moment. So I like hurried up and finished my pictures. But I was able to get through the entire thing in maybe like less than 30 minutes. So now I'm walking back to my Airbnb so that I can get all ready for my casting. Alright guys, so I just finished my little casting video or whatever, but literally I got oil stains on this dress like right before my casting. So when I got on the video, she was like, oh my gosh, like do you have another dress? Because like I can see the stains, and I'm like, oh, I do have another dress, let me go get that for you. I try to get in the bedroom door, you guys. Why I can't get in? It's like locked or something, but I don't have a key for that bedroom door lock, so I'm like pushing on it trying to get it in and it doesn't budge. So I ended up having to do the casting in this dress, but it's okay. We kind of like cropped it so you can't see the oil stains or whatever. But now the Airbnb host is sending someone to the apartment to try to figure out how to get in the door because I don't know. Like, I did not lock it. Maybe I'm just like super weak. I'm gonna be mad if someone gets here and they can open it easily because I was struggling with that door for so long. Then I think I'm gonna head into the Medina to try to buy some trinkets and stuff really quick. It's going on 7 o'clock and I wanna make it there before they close everything. So I'm gonna go there first and then I'm gonna come back, have dinner at a nearby Italian restaurant because I'm really craving Italian for some reason. And then I'm gonna pack up my stuff and get ready to go in the morning. I kind of don't want to leave. Everyone keeps asking me like what has been like my best solo trip thus far, and I always say like I don't know, like I can never choose, but I think this one definitely takes the cake. I don't know, I just feel like I connected with more people, like genuinely connected with more people here than in any other place. Like I literally have contacts for like 5 or 6 people, and for all of my other solo travelers I only connected with maybe like 1 or 2 people, but I feel like because I was here for so long, I was able to develop more connections, and yeah, it's been such a great experience and I kind of don't want to leave, but I'm also kind of ready to get back into my routine in New York and like start working again. But I don't know, it's been a great experience. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come open my door so that I can get out of here.
3 hours later.
So update, no one has come yet. The sun is going down. Time is ticking. I need to go withdraw, or I need to go exchange some cash so that I can have money to shop at the souks. And I need to make it to dinner. So we're just waiting because I cannot go out in this skimpy dress. I would freeze my behind off. So I need to get in the room. Just as I expected, he came here. Literally, the door opened as if there wasn't even an issue. Made me look so stupid, but I promise you guys, I could not get that door open. But anyways, I'm gonna go put some more layers on and go exchange a little bit of cash, head to the Medina, then come back here, and yeah, I'm gonna be done for the night. Oh my goodness, if you guys come out to the Medina at night, it is so overwhelming. It's so dark. And there's so many options for shopping. I just don't even know. I don't even know where to go. Wow, I can't believe it, you guys. It is officially my last night in Morocco. It's like bittersweet. I'm ready to get back home and like get back to my healthy eating habits and get back to my workout routine and just feel healthier. Even though my skin did pretty good this trip compared to Dubai, because my skin, it went crazy in Dubai. Here is much better. I have a few breakouts here and there, which I think is due to me eating so much sweets. I was eating so much dessert. I usually never order dessert in the US, but here I always order dessert, and I ate like a whole pack of chocolate cookies, which I would never do in the US. But like when I travel, I have no self-control when it comes to my eating habits. So if you can control your eating habits and like stick to a set diet when you're traveling, kudos to you, because could not be me. My travels, my vacations is like when I wild out for absolutely no reason. It's been amazing to experience the culture here and the kindness of people here. People are so kind. I did play myself a couple of times, and I'll get into that when I make a separate tips and tricks Morocco video for my people who want to travel here. So stay tuned for that. But all in all, it was an amazing experience. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I'm so glad I got to go on this trip. And yeah, if anyone is afraid to travel by themselves, if you want to see more of the world, but maybe your friends aren't available, or maybe you don't have any friends, or maybe they don't want to go to the country that you want to go to, let this be your sign to just go out and do it. You know, life is meant to be lived, and if there's something you want to do, something you want to experience, something you want to see, you should be able to do that, and don't let the fear of being alone stop you from doing so. Of course, do your due diligence. Ooh, that's a tongue twister. Do your due diligence. Research the safety of the country. Research the things that you need to before you go. Have an itinerary made. For me, traveling solo, well, I have to have an itinerary anywhere I go, whether I'm with friends or by myself. But having the itinerary really helps. Just know where you're going, know what you're gonna do. It takes a load off of your shoulders, and traveling solo can be a really stressful thing. So just having that plan already set ahead of time is so helpful. And if you guys want specific tips and tricks on how to solo travel successfully, drop any of your questions in the comments below and I can do a whole separate video on that. I am a huge advocate for travel, especially international travel, because the world is so large. And if you just stay in your one city, your one hometown, your one state, you are put in this small little bubble. And I think that we as humans are meant to expand our horizons, expand our worldview, and see the world. That's what it's here for. So I would definitely be happy to put out a video like that if it could help someone watching my channel. I don't have much more to say. I am going to pack up all my things and head to the airport in the morning. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Moroccan series, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye! 'Cause I'm not just a pretty girl, I'm more than just a